Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's going on, everybody? So the Yankees lost 4-1. Their bats were a little sleepy tonight. And again, it shows, like I put in the title, right? There's a lot of holes in this lineup. And there's even guys like Oswaldo Cabrera, who's not playing. And you have Hicks, who is. So, and I understand the logic. They're trying to play Hicks to hopefully get some kind of production so they can trade him. I get that. And again, I'll make this clear too. Like, just because I don't bash on Hicks every day, bash on IKF every day, that doesn't mean I'm in the fan club. Okay. I think IKF, I've said this repeatedly too, has more value than Hicks does. Okay. And the fact is, he was better than a lot of the other offensive players last year in a lot of ways. So, but again, just because I don't spend my time bashing him doesn't mean I'm on the bandwagon. So I don't know why people keep bringing that up, but whatever. But let's give a shout out. What's up to the chat? Smash the like button if you don't mind, gang. Jimmy Mathers in the house. Jonathan's here. David Carter's in the house. A.K. Joel Mantle is in here. The Consigliere, right? That's right. Anthony Lapari's in the house. We got the Mafia. Sunil's in the house. What is good, my man? 50 Cent in the club here. 50. I'm a big 50 fan, especially in the movie Den of Thieves. It's awesome in that. Hicks should be. I mean, again, he's kind of becoming toxic now with his attitude and the way he's talking. So, I know the Yankees want to give him some type of value so they could trade him and at least eat some part of the contract. But that might even not even be that doable at this point. So, and I don't know about Toby. I mean, I don't know if I agree to have to trade half the team, but they are holes. And they are fittable holes too. You know what I mean? You can play Oswaldo Cabrera a little bit more, play Hicks a little bit less. And at this point, what are you gonna do to Hicks? Give him away for nothing. Eat 90% of his salary. Just get him out of here if you want to get rid of him, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's just Sunil too. Like, I'm real hard about this lineup. Kind of constantly. I can't apply this pepper. Yeah, at least IKEA puts the ball in play. So, and he's been better in the outfield defensively than friggin' Hicks has. So, there's that. So, if I'm going to keep one, it's going to be IKF. And IKF is, not acting like a diva either. He's actually a sportsman. Sportsmanship. He shows maturity, leadership. He owns up when he messes up. So, I'd rather have that than the other thing. So, but I totally get it. And again, the Yankees have a lot of offensive holes to fill still. That's why I kept, saying a trade for a left fielder of an impact player, a contact hitter, would be a wise idea. And that's why I said one of the two guys got hits today. Volpe got one, Torres got the other. Okay. Yeah. Now 3 hits. Excuse me. DJ went yard in the 9th inning. So good job for DJ. It's good to see him healthy and producing. We'll box score this really quickly. Domingo Germán, 4 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, 8 strikeouts. He wasn't awful. He just got hit a few times. 2 mistake pitches. Michael King in inning and third, 4 hits, but clean, 1 strikeout. Albert Abreu, 2 innings, and two hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. And I guess ERA still 0. So, and then Jimmy Cordero came in through a clean inning and 2 strikeouts and 11 pitches. So Cordero's been a breath of fresh air. And we box scored in the hitting. It's DJ with 1 hit, a home run. Torres, actually Stanton, 4 hits. Stanton got a hit up the middle as well. Opposite field hits. And Volpe got hit. It was 1 for 3. So Volpe's hitting 214 right now. I'm not really concerned about that. Torres is hitting 333. So, and Stanton, Judge is having 350. So there are some bright spots, but there are still some dark spots too. So, wow, we got 102 people. Let's smash that like. Can we get to 100 likes really quickly? Can we do that? So, but it's true, Texas, with 2 hits, 3 hits, you're going to lose again, especially against a team like the Phillies, who just have their offenses. And wait till Bryce Harper comes back. They're going to be fair. They're going to be nasty. So, when they're hot, they're really hot. So, the Yankees, they still have the opportunity to win tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be Aaron Nola versus Garrett Cole, afternoon game, 1 p.m., 105. So, that'll be a good one. They still have a chance to win the series, but it's games like this where they have to at least show a little bit more life. So, but again, it just shows holes in the lineup. Holes in the lineup. If you look at it, Hicks is one. Okay, an obvious one. We have a replaceable player here. Him that he can be replaced with Oswaldo. You can play Frenchie a little bit more. So there's options available. Even Willie Calhoun is great at putting the ball in play. So there's other options here for the Yankees. But yeah, this is true too, Texas. Absolutely. The cheer was just dead tonight. The energy was dead. And I just got, when the team performs, they play well, the fans get fired up. And it wasn't there tonight, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. But record for the Yankees right now, they're 3-2. Anthony, 3-2. Yeah, that's right, Texas. Be above 500. Even if they lose tomorrow, they'll still be at 500. But I think they had a good shot at winning. I don't. Garrett Cole comes out pissed off and throws a good game tomorrow, and they win. Aaron and Nola's good, but he's been hit recently, so he's hittable, more hittable. And the way Cole looked last time, I hope he builds on that because he was filthy on opening day, filthy. So, um, yeah, man. Who else we got here? Yeah, Sean Browning's in the house. What's good, gang? My crew is here. My crew is here. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a universal sentiment that people want Hicks gone. And again, he's not doing himself any favor with his attitude. He's not. So, and it is what it is, right? James Beal's in the house. Eastside the chef is here. What's good? Yeah. And yeah, Reynolds he's been lights out. Reynolds has been, money with the bat, James, right? So I think it would be different if he was on this team, but that still remains to be seen. I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll trade for another left fielder. Who knows what they're going to do? But again, if you want a good pitcher or a good reliever, a shutdown reliever, you move Torres. If you can get him for a controllable left field, and you get him for a controllable left, even if you have to add to the package, you still do it. So, but again, I'm not a fan of keeping Peraza down. This doesn't make any sense at this point. So, Yankees have to go 6-3. Oh, it would be nice if they did 6-3. So after this, they play Baltimore for 3 in Camden. So after tomorrow, they go to Baltimore. So I feel good about them getting a backup. A bounce back tomorrow, right? Michelle Morales, how are you? Good to see you too. G-Man's in the house. I agree. We didn't put our best product on the field, so they have a day off next week. But like I said, I don't think the Yankees are going to be done making roster moves. And again, you have guys coming back. You have Bader coming back at some point. You have pitching coming back. So Yankees have things to look forward to, but pitching is not going to help their hitting. So some kind of improvement in their hitting repertoire would be a good idea. You know what I mean? It would be a great idea. So, and yeah, they're showing. I mean, Boston looks pretty formidable with the bats. Toronto looks pretty formidable, and sometimes they start off slow, but on paper their bats are good. Now you have Matsutake Yoshida starting to get hot, get warm, at least with the Red Sox. His first home run yesterday, so it's crazy. You know what I mean? Trade half the team, Toby. Who are you referring to when you say half the team? What's good? We're in life, or what's good? So right now, Michelle, looks like Severino's coming back in May, potentially late April, early May. So, and that's pending him, staying healthy and continue to build up his pitch count without any issue. It was a lat problem, so at least it wasn't an elbow or forearm or shoulder. So, but he's had lat issues before, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Wank. I put out a video actually of this Amazon. So I put out a video about a week ago of the entire schedule this year of every time they're going to be on Amazon Prime. It was today, and there's a whole bunch coming up. There's a lot of games against Boston, Houston, and Toronto. So take a look at that video if you haven't. You'll know exactly when they're going to be on Amazon Prime, so that if you planning around going to the game or whatever, watching the game on Yes, you want to make sure that you take a look at that video so that you know when, that way you're like, oh crap. Plan this, had my friends over, and it's not even on TV. You know what I mean? So hopefully it'll help you in that regard. Hey, Jennifer Negron, how are you? IKF has got more value than Hicks right now, T. Drake. That's for sure. That's for sure. Dave White's in the house. Sunil, happy 5-0 to you. Everybody, if you don't mind, let's wish Sunil a happy 5-0. Big milestone. All the best to you. Hope you had a great day. Sorry that the Yankees didn't come through for you, but happiest, man. Happiest of number 50, bro. Seriously. Right now, Jennifer, latest we know on Bader is he's swinging now in a pool. So he's getting some resistance work. Next is up for free swinging. And then I'm guessing some rehab games back. So that's what we're hearing right now in Harrison Bader, Jennifer. No, I don't think Amazon would do that to NASCAR races. I don't think they would generate enough revenue, at least in my opinion. But I don't know. I don't know how many people across the country watch NASCAR. Yeah, dude. I mean, these broadcasts, it's, you know, these broadcasts drive me nuts. Volpe is over what, Steph? I don't know about that. Again, he's just a rookie, too. So I wouldn't be, I mean, I'm not worried about the Yankees. They have time to get it right, but there's still obvious holes that they haven't filled yet in the offense, unfortunately. So this is true too, Rose. Not a bad point at all. They do have a tendency to let pitchers look like Cy Young Award winners when they don't have to do that. You know what I mean? So um, yeah, a lot of strikeouts. A lot of strikeouts. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing Stanton hopefully stay healthy, and some of these other guys stay healthy. So um, which will be key. We need those guys. We need Rizzo to be productive and healthy too. And again, even some of the guys down in the minors right now, Oswald Pras playing decent. Andres Chaparro was like 0 for 11 with 8 strikeouts, so he hasn't been translating well to AAA just yet. But it's still early. Oswald Pras is hitting almost 300, so but you know it that happens too when you go from spring training to just nothing but AAA, because it tends to be spring training is you're getting a lot of fringe pitchers and stuff like that. One reason why Jason Dominguez was so good. So, and that's good for him, good development for him. But we need to see that on a regular basis against better pitchers, and then he'll be moved up pretty quickly if he does that. Yeah, Daly, man, I don't know. I'll just leave it out there. You know what I mean? What's good? D-Rod's in the house. What is good? Yeah, Rodon and Severino right now would be really, really nice, Brian. Would be really nice. And I hope they're both healthy. Rodon's looking pretty encouraging too. He's next up for him is his 2-game simulated game, so he'll be facing live hitters and all this stuff. Dominguez right now is in AA. AA. So, but I mean, if he continues to play well, he'll be in AAA. He'll get a pretty quick promotion like Volpe did last year, if he's consistent. So, I hope not, Luke. I mean, he could be like Yoshida, could be like Matsui, man. I mean, I hope not, man. I really hope not. So, we could sign the Jonas Brothers straight away DFI. maybe soon. That's not. They were there today. They're big fans apparently. So, yeah. What does he want? He's got to show that he's ready for AAA. He's got to show that he's got to be consistently productive in AA. And again, he got a decent taste at spring training, but again, hitting against a lot of fringe pitchers. So he's got to show that he's Volpe was killing it in AA. He basically forced their hand. So hopefully Dominguez will do the same thing early, and it'll force them to put him up to AAA. I really do. So Volpe's good. He's shown me contributes in a lot of different ways. Oh, I like Volpe. He's going to be a good player. I think he's a better fit at shortstop. I mean, at second base and Praz at short, but it is what it is right now. So, if Rizzo goes down, I think calling up Chaparro. I think he's a better first baseman than a third baseman. So I would call him up for first base. That's what I would do. Again, let him have some consistency. Fritz, what's up, baby? Dude, bro. Anthony, man, you gotta be careful, man. Cats are feisty little animals, and even when they play, they scratch and they bite. I got 4 of them. So be careful, bro. Start. Almost. I mean, you're not wrong, New Jersey. Like, you're not wrong here. Seems like everyone's a starter on the team. It's true. Oswaldo Cabrera could be in there right now. So, starting. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens. Tequila and ball pits. Love it. Love it, man. I hope you 45 likes, and let's see if we can get to 60. in the next couple of minutes, or 70, Jonathan, next couple of minutes. Can we do that, gang? Got 93 in here. Can we get to 70 likes or 75? Boone said he's handling the booing fine. I mean, okay. Okay. I mean, look at Joey Gallo. He's hitting the cover off the ball in Minnesota right now. Better environment. It was just more conducive to his mindset and his personality, and maybe Hicks can do the same. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, Gallo had no trade value. I don't know how the hell Cashman got Clayton Beater for him. So maybe he can do the same thing with Hicks. I mean, Gallo was also going to be free agent. Hicks has 3 more years, so 2.5. So I get the difference. But if he eats a chunk of money, he can make this happen. It's just who's going to want him is the question. You know what I mean? So yeah, Gallo couldn't handle New York, and he's still got a decent return for him. I mean, that's a good move by Cashman there. Shocking, but good. All right, 57 likes. All right. We're 43 away from 100 likes. Love that. 59, 41 away. Jonas, brother. Jonas boys. Michelle, how many home runs do I think Judge? I think it's going to be between 45 and 52. How about you, Michelle? How many do you think? If he hits more, great. But I think he'll be between 45 and 52, which is still a really good number. A really good number. John still, yeah, no K either. This is true. This is true. And I agree, Hicks. A new environment for Hicks could be a good idea. And I mean, I know that they're trying to trade him. It's just nobody's biting. You know, just say, we'll eat 75% of the contract. Just get him out of here. Get him in a new environment, you know, and hopefully he'll play better, be happier, and hopefully the Yankees will have a more productive roster spot there. So it could be a win-win. Could be a win-win. So 42 for, okay, 42, and that's a good. I mean, you know, 42 is still a good number. Still a pretty good number, Brett. So 60. All right, we got 60 likes here. Texas, you saying 60 likes or 60 home runs for Judge? Man, 60 home runs for Judge 2 years in a row would be phenomenal. Would be phenomenal. I think Stanton could probably get 42 if he stays healthy. Yeah. Goes on a run. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'd think so, D-Rod. I mean, I would. Ask to be traded. Maybe they'll, you know, speed up the process and just say, you know what, F it. Take whatever we can get from him and keep moving. You know what I mean? So, would I rather have Clayton Beater or Ezekiel Duran, Josh Smith, Len Otto, and Trevor? I'll take Beater. Beater looks highly touted. Beater and Will Warren, I think I'm pretty excited about. 60 likes? Okay, 63 likes. All right. 37 to 100. All right. Well, maybe if he plays, I mean, I think he might get a day off in this next series against Baltimore, but I think he can hit it in Baltimore. It's a good home run stadium. Even though they moved back a little bit, the balls, I still think he could get his first home run there. I really do. Yes, I mean, it just feels like a good number, a good range, right? For 45 to 52 for Judge, and again, that's really good numbers. So, but I'd be pretty happy with that. So, yeah, we do have some strong arms in a penalty. Jimmy Cordero, some of these other guys, Ian Hamilton from last night, and I still think they're going to be rotating more relievers within the next couple of weeks. So, and even last night, somebody asked me like, when can you call up Brito? And I wasn't sure. I thought it might have been 10, but it's actually 15 days. So they can call back up Johnny Brito March 18th. April 18th. So if they want to do that. If there's a day off this week, they're going to go 4-man rotation. Boone also said today they're going to bullpen one game. So which kind of can put Brito back on track if the and I think they're going to be keeping a close eye on Severino and Rodon as well to make sure they're progressing too. But he earned a second start, Brito. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. 66 likes. All right. 34 likes to get 100. I know we can do it. Gang. If you haven't hit that like button, if you don't mind, just hit it really hard. And just to celebrate Cole pitching tomorrow, pitching against Aaron Nola. So the number one versus the number one. So I'm looking forward to that. And they play at 1:05 tomorrow. So they'll have a lineup out in the morning, early morning. So it'll probably be out at like 9 o'clock. So I'll have it out for you. As soon as it comes out, I'll have it out for you. So Torres hitting third. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put him there. I wouldn't put him there. But, you know, I don't know. This is where Yankees need to fill holes more productively, offensive holes. Where I think he'll late season, I'm hearing August, September, maybe Jonathan. Because maybe Tommy John, so he's going to miss. And I don't remember when he had Tommy John, so he may miss the whole season. He might. So, he can be not right now with this offense, Michelle. Unfortunately, not right now. I think they need to add to the offense. I really do. I remember the mobster Joe Gallo. Yeah. D-Rod, it's a great question. How do you bat? It's a great question. Where is it? Here we go. How can you bat IKF? Yeah, I mean IKF and Hicks in same back to back in the same lineup. It's torture, but this is where lack of options come into play. I would have played Cabrera today. He'll probably play tomorrow, my guess, and Hicks should sit. They may even play Frenchie Cordero too tomorrow. So, he might sit Donaldson one of these games and play Cabrera at third or at another position. So he might sit. One might have Frenchie play the outfield too. So again, they're facing another righty tomorrow, so I think they're going to want to add like Frenchie bats from the left-handed side as well as a switch. So I think having more lefties in the lineup will probably be a good idea against Nola. So me too, Michelle. I miss Mussina very much. Hall of Famer Mike Mussina. Yeah, he was great. Smart guy too. He graduated from Stanford in California in 3 years. 68 likes. All right, gang. Are there 32 in here that haven't hit the like button yet? Can we get to 100 really quickly? Let's see, where is that? Hicks to the Braves from Marcelo Ozuna. They both suck. Yes, I mean, wasn't Ozuna busted recently for abusing his girlfriend or wife or something like that? So I don't know if the Yankees want to bring that baggage. I mean, they just got rid of some bit with Chapman, and even though Domingo Germán's here, they didn't sign, Trevor Bauer. So I'm not sure if they would want to do that, honestly. If he has a lot of money in his contract, I'm not sure they're going to want to trade crap for crap, and then crap with more baggage than Hicks. You know what I mean? But you never know. They have done crazier things before. So for Jerry Callow, the famous lawyer. Murderers are on with you there too. I wouldn't trust one of my kids' wiffle ball team. You got that right, bro. You got that right. Yep. Jamie, yes, it was. T. Drake, I heard you got some good news. I'm happy for you. You got good news. Hope it's well. Looks like you had some good news for. Congratulations on the good news. Domingo's not ready yet. Joan, they're not going to just bypass. Hey, Chicken Palm. I don't think they're gonna just skip AAA with him and bring him up. I don't think they're gonna do that. It would be detrimental, I think, to his development. But crazy things have happened, Joan. Crazy things have happened. Mussina was great. And he's a reliable pitcher, bulldog on the mound, a gamer, smart. He knew how to craft his way around lineups, even big ones. So I miss him too. All right, 74 likes. We got 26 likes to 100. I'm confident we'll get it. Can we get it in the next 6 minutes before we wrap up is the question. We'll see. Philip Cohen, how are you? Yeah, 4-2 without Sevian Rodon. That's a good point. That is a good point. And hopefully, these guys will bring some more, pitching ammunition and more wins to the record too. So I'm really hoping. Good thing. I just hope they can both stay healthy, especially Severino. Great question. I was wondering why Cabrera sat and Hicks started. I think that they're trying to just give him some playing time so that he can hopefully build up a little trade value. That way, it's easier for them to move on from him. But I could be wrong on that. But that's what I would be doing right now. So even if it's DH and the guy, I would do that. So hopefully they move on from each other soon because I don't want it to become toxic and whatnot. So yeah. I mean, he had to go. Messina was a Gold Glover, I think, a couple times, Sean. Yeah. Barrow just used how to use chopsticks. Yes, he did. I love chopsticks. I love sushi. So if I could eat sushi every day, I would. If it wasn't so expensive, I'd eat it every day. Such a clean diet. I would do it. Tim Boy, Tennessee's getting bludgeoned, Anthony, huh? The news over there in Tennessee is terrible, man. Goodness. All right, 76 likes. Okay. Well, I would agree. I mean, yeah. Do you think they're coddling him? Maybe. Do I think Judge will hit 500? Yeah, I do, Lorenzo. I think he's going to hit it as a member of the Yankees, and I think Stanton will also hit it as a member of the Yankees. Stanton has 380 right now. He needs 120. He's got 5 more years with the team. I would love to see both of them get 500 with the Yankees. It would be awesome if they did. This was I mean, it would be really cool if they did it in the same year, but Judge is going to have to hit like 60 a year for the next 5 years in order to make that happen. So that's possible. But, all right, Michelle. It's good to have more Yankee fans in the family. I love it, Michelle. Welcome. They're welcome to the 161. I'm telling you, D-Rod, the best, man. The best. Clean, feel good. I just wish it wasn't so expensive. Dodgers, no surprise, they're beating the Royals. Do I think Judd? No, I don't, man. I do not. I don't. Unfortunately, I hate saying it, but I would love to be proven wrong. 763 is unobtainable for a little while, I think. Yeah, shout out to UConn for winning the national championships. Yeah, I think that's their 5th. So, yeah, word lifer. I mean, let's just say in the next 9 years, plays until he's 40. He'll have to get at least a little bit more than 30 per year to get to 500. So, is it doable? Yes. If he has a couple years in the 40s and 50s, it makes it easier. So, but I would be front loading the stuff, trying as many as they can as soon as they can, just like with Stanton too. Hello, Nelson. Hello to both you guys. Nelson, welcome. Marlins Twins game. Now that's a fast game. Eggplant as a pizza crust replacement. I never heard of that one. Oof. I think we're at almost 80 likes, so if you don't mind, so we're at 78 likes. All right. So if you don't mind getting them likes, we got 22 to get to 100. Anybody in here hasn't hit the like button, please do. So, what's the end? And this is it was definitely a different tournament this year. A lot of upsets, a lot of just, hot teams getting bad and bad teams getting good and getting hot at the right time. So, yeah. Yeah, King. Yeah, thankfully he didn't have Tommy John. Actually, he got fractured his elbow, but he did not need Tommy John. Thank the heavens for that. He's Sean. I mean, really, but he'll be fine. He's getting to his groove again. Clay Holmes was much better last night than he was the game before that. So, I just worry if they need to still acquire an elite reliever. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, what do you think, guys? What do you think? And again, all right, 81 likes. We're 19 to get 100. Okay. Now, really quick question, guys. If you could trade for a pitcher right now, if you could trade for a hitter, who would they be? Who would they be? Kind of was, Anthony. Yes, it was. 4 hits. Volpe, DJ, Stanton, and Torres. 1 hit each. DJ got an opposite field home run in the 9th. and that was pretty much everybody else had singles. So, Sunil, yeah, robotic judge. Oh God, yeah. I'd have him like the Terminator, like Arnold in the original one. Kendall Graveman, maybe, maybe. Brian Reynolds and or Alec Thomas. Okay, you say okay. I mean, Jack Leiter would be kind of crazy. I don't know if Texas would do it. You'd have to add to. I mean, I don't even know you would trade for him. But you got him and Kumar Rocker over there. Two Vanderbilt teammates, both with Texas. Nice to have the young, dynamic pitcher. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, this was their year, Christopher, right? That's for sure. UConn, man. They were the one top team that you know played to its expectations. The rest of them, you know, not so good. I think he's right, Michelle. Starting off slow. I mean, again, there are too many players to that are still need to come back. So start slow, pick it up by June. I would agree. I would agree. In the 2009 Yankees, very slow start. They won the World Series that year. So anything's possible. Anything's possible. No. Well, it depends on what they back for him, and it also depends on whether they're going to bring up Oswald Peraza too, another decent offensive player to help improve the infield defense and contact hitting. So because he does both, and that's what I would do. That's what I would do. But then, the only way you trade Torres is to get an impact player for him. So, but that is a concern, Anthony, right? Yeah, have a hard time scoring runs. We need a run producer in return, not just cut back on run production. Chris Bryant, I don't know if he could stay healthy is the problem. And where would he play, Anthony, is the question. That's my curiosity. Where would you play Chris Bryant? Would you DH him, play the outfield, third base? Would he be a super utility? And what would you give up for him? Coconuts is here. What's up, man? What's good? Yeah, Joe. Absolutely right, man. I mean, we need more firepower in the offense. We need more youth and energy. We just need it. We need it. And we also can't expect them to be, you know, on point every time either. There are teams that are not going to be that way. Like the Astros, they'll go into a rut too. The Red Sox will go into a rut. The Blue Jays will go into a rut. So it just happens, unfortunately. So Phillies are 1-4. That's right. 1-4. I hope they become 1-5 tomorrow, and I hope the Yankees become 4-2. I'm confident with Garrett Cole. Best lineup got swept by the Astros. Don't expect lineup with Donaldson anyway. Yeah, that best lineup was far from adequate too, especially against the Astros. You know what I mean? So, if I could guess which top pitching prospect will be on the block, I think Grayson from the Orioles. The new guy, he just got promoted today. Grayson, whatever the hell his name is. He got promoted today to the majors, but again, they could be doing that. Jimmy Cordero or Frenchie, they're both doing just fine. D-Rod, two Corderos on the team. But yeah, I mean, pitching prospect. Maybe one of the Rangers pitchers, depending if they can get a big offensive piece back. Anybody if anybody trades for Shohei Ohtani, they're gonna have to give up at least the top pitching prospect, also at least, and then a mountain of other prospects too. Texas, thank you, sir. As always, you are the man. You are the man. Yeah, smash that like button. We're at 83 likes. 83 likes. We need 17 to get to 100. Can we do that? Last year, Judge didn't have a big game. Yeah, it's unfortunately true. But he also shut down in the offseason, in the postseason too. He went cold at the worst time, unfortunately. Bet St. Louis would move Tyler O'Neill for a couple mid bullpen arms. Which arms would you give up for Tyler O'Neill, Brett? Which Yankees bullpen arms would you give for him? Contact, yeah. I mean, look, they need more. They need more contact, Fritz. I mean, there's no denying that. And Greg Allen was a little bit of a spark plug here. I was disappointed when he gave him away too. Yeah, and Gallo. Well, Cardero, I think is just going to be temporary, but he's not a nightmare right now like Gallo was here. So he puts the ball in play at least. Hopefully, he doesn't turn into a home run or strikeout guy either. So we'll see, right? We will see. I mean, he came with his baggage, that's for sure. But he did, when he was good, he was unhittable. But that's the problem. He was good, he was unhittable, and then he was terrible for a while too. So, which sucks. Davy Garcia and Domingo. Okay, that's okay. Probably give those up. 84 likes. All right, 16 from 100. Yeah, I mean, it's Jack Leiter would cost a haul, Davy, an absolute haul. Yeah, I mean, emotionally draining again, 60 to 100%, Isai. 100%, dude. I mean, you could tell when he was like at 61, trying to get 62. He slumped for like a week, and then he finally got it, thankfully. So, but yeah, you can only imagine the pressure he was undergoing. Just like Maris too, he was stuck at 60 for a bit, and then finally got 61. So I can only imagine what these guys are going through. I mean, I really can't. Why would it matter if it's the fifth game of the season? We're dealing with this for years now. Well, you're not lying either. You're saying he's got that right. Chapman got a case of Wetland. Yeah, kind of did. Shit the bed in bad situations, but at least Wetland, for the most part, closed the games. He just came in with a 4-run lead, gave up 3 runs, and then finally closed the game. So he gave us a lot of agita, that's for sure. But he didn't blow as many games, I don't remember, as Chapman did. So, but yeah, they do have that similarity, 100%. Yes. All right, 85 likes, 15 to go. We get a reliever. It has to be somebody with closer. Yeah, I mean, yes. Efros. Yeah, I mean, I'm keep Efros. He's not a free agent until 2028. So even after this year of Tommy John, he still has 4 more controllable years. So that I'll take. Well, offensively, yeah, you know how I feel about that. He'd be the guy beginning offensively. Pitching wise, I mean, you try to get Munoz if you can, but you're gonna have to give up a decent amount for Munoz from Seattle. And I don't even know if they would move him because he is money. He's money. So we'll see. He said, yeah. I know they've been in on him for a while. This is true. This is true. Nevin likes 100. Okay. Refuse, yeah, for Oakland pitchers, hell yeah, I'd be refusing that too, Brett. We are jinxed trading for Oakland pitchers, man. We are freaking jinxed. Yeah. But yeah, you're not wrong about that, man. I wouldn't be starting Hicks. I'm thinking the why is because why they're starting on occasion is to give him a little bit of time to try to be productive and try to build up some kind of trade value, but doesn't seem to be working. Doesn't seem to be working. So, but again, people, I think it's important to remember whether they DFA him or release him, they still have to pay his entire salary. I think the one reason why they're trying to trade him, even if they eat a boatload of money, is to get some type of relief, contract-wise. They'd rather save 2 or 3 million than nothing. So, and I get that, but is it possible? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, same thing here. Yeah, watching Chapman. Yeah, I'm between Motrin, something to give to deal with my headaches and my stress. Yeah, they watch. Yeah, they started IKF for me exactly. So, yep, he's actually shown to be competent in center field. So, I'll take that. Got that right, Sunil. With the energy, yeah, damn right, man. You need that energy, man. That's a good question, Anthony. I don't know, man. Maybe he's making it harder. I know that they haven't signed an extension yet because he wants an opt out and no trade, and they're not giving it to him. So Pittsburgh is not so. But apparently they've moved closer on the money. But these things, and again, maybe he wants a no trade and he wants to include the Yankees in it. I have no idea. Maybe he doesn't want to play in big markets. So we just don't know. We just don't know, unfortunately. So. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's the big name. He's still available, apparently. So, but he's old news to a lot of people. But I think until he gets moved or until he signs an extension, they're going to continue to talk about him. Just like people talked about Correa every minute until he resigned, right? Judge every minute until he resigned. It just happens for for players at this caliber. So, you know, and well, this is true too. Some players need a rest. Yeah, it's an afternoon game tomorrow, so I expect the lineup will look a little bit different tomorrow. Like that's why I do expect like Cabrera and Frenchie and some of these other guys. So a little jam. Right with a bottle of. Oh yeah, Wington man. Oh yeah. Cashman's not going anywhere, Brian. The Montrez trade, Taz trade sucked, yes, but they're not going to fire him because of it. They would have already. Hmm. Like Reynolds or Luis Arias. Yeah, I mean, Luis Arias now is in the Marlins. They traded him for Pablo Lopez, so you know, which is yeah. So Boone would start IKF at third base on days. Yeah, probably he does have a Gold Glove at third base, so. And I think Rizzo, they're just going to give him every couple days they give him a day off, Brian. So I expect to see Rizzo in there tomorrow. So I think they'll be fine. He had a lot of back barking problems last year, so I know they want to, take care of that back. So 90 likes. We are 10 from 100. Can we get 10 likes in the next couple minutes? Can we get 10? Let's see. Why are still people talking about firing Boone, Cashman? I don't mean they know that. Sick of how you build a franchise. I mean, uh, people talking. I mean, I'm sure I got my collection of haters, YouTube, content creators who hate, fans who hate. But if the only excuse is fire Boone and fire Cashman, that's not going to fix the team. It's not going to fix the problem. Okay, who are you going to replace him with first? And keep in mind, just because they haven't won the World Series, I get that. But Boone is the only player in Major League history to take his team to playoffs 5 years in a row, just beginning managing. So that does matter in terms of people who actually follow certain things. But if the only answer is fire Boone, fire Cashman, IKF sucks. Without any constructive criticism or any solutions, I don't know what to tell them, Anthony. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I mean, Cashman had the foresight enough to bring in Sabian and Mania to help him in areas where he's not strong. So that to me is a good thing for Cashman. And again, I think it's as fans, certain fans especially have very, very high and sometimes unreasonable expectations for the Yankees. It's like they expect this contract that Judge signed. I think he's going to hit 50 to 60 home runs every year. It's not going to happen. It's not realistic, but it's stuff like that. But then again, people have different opinions, which kind of makes discussions. I like to elevate the conversations here, so people have an opinion about something or feeling about something forward. But I encourage them to put forward some constructive criticism or solutions, so we can talk about that instead. You know what I mean? So what the F have, man? We don't know what they're doing right now, Eastside. I mean, I have no idea what they're doing. They might have been help get Brandon Maia here and some of these other prospects. Maybe I just don't know. I don't know. It'd be nice to hear from them on occasion. Manaya, nice to hear from Sabian. Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, a lot of guys are getting rest tonight, Tyler. Yes, one of the main reasons why. It's because tomorrow's a PM. It's an afternoon game too. So, and that's probably the main reason why, Tyler. Yeah. It's yeah. I mean, Cashman. I mean, well, Cashman's up to like trading some of these guys. That's the Cashman thing. Boone is not responsible for roster constructions, player personnel. He manages the team that's given to him, and that's it. So does he probably have say? Yes, but he gets so he doesn't overrule Cashman and Randy nor said they overrule him. So I think it's important to acknowledge that. So I've heard Yastrzemski Jr., Mike Yastrzemski, not Jr., just Mike Yastrzemski might be an option too. Well, that's true too. I mean, not only is it useless time run away, but he's he's beloved by Hal. He's very close with Hal, so I can't see him moving him. You Easter, just Easter dinner with family. Some good food. Um, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Low key. What about you, Anthony? John Wick, concierge. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Um, Honest and most truthful opinion. What do you think a conversation between Boone and Cashman goes like? Boone and Cashman goes like when they talk about Hicks' situation. I think Boone talks about it. Probably tries to find some silver lining. I know Hicks frustrated. We're frustrated for him and stuff. Like today, he after he got out his first two times a strikeout or something. Judge patted him on the back. So you see, there are players behind him, kind of supporting him. So, and that's not a bad thing. And it's nice to see actually. And I think Cashman is just, we need him to perform a little bit more so that I can make a deal or something like that. But I think that's kind of how the conversation. Well, I think Boone will show more empathy towards players than Cashman would. And again, that's Cashman's got a business to run here. Boone does not. He's I think he would have the pulse of the players more than Cashman would. So that's kind of how I would think it would go. Now we need 5 likes to get 100. Can we get to 5? We'll see. But yeah, I mean, Cashman's here until he retires. And again, it's it's he is. And again, I don't think it's reasonable to just sit and assume that any other GM can come in and do a better job. I think that's completely. I was very, very presumptuous, very presumptuous. And it's also not the Cashman ego thing. There's a couple of people who just keep saying it, keep feeding it to people. It's not only that. It's not only that. You have players on here that aren't tradable. Like if Hicks isn't performing, when he was before, that's not Cashman's fault. Okay, it's not Boone's fault. He's not performing. If he doesn't perform, he doesn't get trade value. It makes it harder for Cashman to do his job. So again, Cashman ego thing is not the only acceptable answer, even despite what some people believe and keep saying repeatedly, without any solutions, any constructive feedback to give. It's just Cashman's ego. Cashman's ego. Cashman's ego. Come on. Let's be real. Tigers. Yeah, I mean, well, right now, yeah. I mean, it'll be tough later on to beat the Astros with these. Once the Astros are firing all cylinders, they're going to be pretty good. Oh, we got to 100 likes, gang. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And it's just, yeah, 3 years, 30 million left on Hicks. And what's crazy, Tyler, is that when he first signed a contract, his production, more than justified the 7-year, 70 million deal. Then it just turned into an albatross. But again, right now he's got hardly any trade value. So, and again, Cashman can't pull miracles all the time. Not all the time. It's just not going to work that way. No GM, I think, would be pulling it off right now. So, it is what it is. Well, at a reasonable price, Davey, yeah, no, he's going to cost a lot if they trade him. Yes, they want the moon for him. So, and Mets does the same. I mean, Cashman does the same thing. He wants to trade a player. Like if he trades Torres, he's going to ask for the moon, and rightfully so. I might think if they're going to move one of them, it's probably going to be Hicks. It's kind of feeling toxic with Hicks here. Josh Johnson's untradeable with his contract, but at least he's given a Morcom of production, whether it be defensively or whatnot. His head seems to be a little bit more right. He's screwed on a little bit more right this year. So, but if they can move both, great. But I just don't think his contract's tradable. Yeah, I saw it. I went to Manny Machado for pitch clock. Yeah, it's called third strike, violating the rule. Yep. How to get one to Takamura. I mean, so right now, Christopher, unless he gets posted early, which a major league team would have to convince them. The major league team would have to pay the posting fee to the team, and then you have to pay the contract. Pay the contract to the player as well. So I think the last time he did a monster contract like that and a monster posting fee was Daisuke Matsuzaka, and Boston paid like $60 million just to get him posted early. Then they signed him a bunch of years. So Other than that, Murakami is not a free agent until I think after 25. So, but if he has to be posted early, that doesn't mean the team's going to. They're going to want a posting fee for the right to negotiate with the major league team, and for giving up their prize asset, they're going to cash in somehow. That's how they do it. It's twofold. You got to pay the team, and then you got to pay their player. So, Murakami, Roki Sasaki, a couple of players look pretty good. What about Preller? And what do you think? What do you think Preller could do better here? Is the question. Masataka Yoshida, yeah, he looks good, Emmanuel Munoz. Just curious, what you would do with Preller. I mean, I don't be surprised if he goes on, if he sells the team in like 2 years because of all the trades that he's done and all the spending that he's doing right now. Unless they win a World Series in the next couple of years and re-sign Soto and re-sign Josh Hader, most of that's going to go for naught. So it's just something to keep in mind. Because if they don't win the World Series, he's going to get the same shit that Cashman gets. Same thing. And this guy had everybody, all the superstars on his team, and he's still not winning the World Series. Not saying it's not going to happen, but if they don't, that's going to be what's the inevitable piece. Yeah, Donaldson's contract's up at the end of the season. There's a $6 million buyout next year or $16 million option. My guess is they're going to go to do the buyout. So they're the same budget. Yeah, Jeets. But that doesn't mean, again, people want to come to New York. People want to be traded to New York. San Diego's a little bit different. And San Diego also had bigger assets. Now, the Yankees have a farm to rival San Diego now, but the Yankees tried to get Soto. They didn't want the Yankees prospects, but they wanted the Padres prospects. That's why he's with the Padres. So they didn't like Volpe, the Nationals. And they were clear about that. So, no, he's not afraid to make a trade. Not afraid. But again, how many World Series has the Padres won? Right? They did well in the playoffs last year, yes, but until they win on a consistent basis, until they get to the World Series at the very least, I'm not knocking Preller. He's done a pretty good job, but again, he's given up pretty much the farm for it. So I think it's important to just maintain some kind of perspective. But again, that doesn't mean Preller's not good. He's good. He couldn't build that team the way he has if he wasn't good. So, but that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, Preller's got to prove his winning pedigree. I mean, Cashman has multiple championships. We could sign Soto as a free agent after next year, maybe, if Padres don't extend him. And they are trying to extend him and Hader. But yes, they could if he makes it to free agency. 100%. Padres won the same as the Yankees since Preller's been GM. Same what? Also in a weaker league, a weaker division, so they haven't won a division title yet either, so I think they should win a couple of division titles too. I mean, they're definitely the favorites to win it this year. We'll see if they actually do that. So, and it's just a different environment. San Diego is a very, laid back, and it's not New York. It's not the Bronx. Bronx is, they will bury you. And you could see it with Joey Cal last year. They will bury your ass if they're unhappy with you. So San Diego doesn't show the same type of hostility towards players. So it's a different environment. But he's got a green light to spend the owner's money. That's for sure. They have an uber wealthy owner. That's for damn sure. And he's doing it. So I'm being sarcastic here, you Elvis. Pretty funny. I'll give you that. Anthony, it's Aaron Nola versus Garrett Cole tomorrow. Yeah. No, that's right, D-Rod, yeah. How many division titles have the Padres won versus the Yankees? How many LCS have they made versus the Yankees? And again, you're doing it in a much tougher environment here than you are in San Diego. So But again, not to take anything off away from Preller. Well, again, I'm not taking anything from Cashman either. Just because I don't bash him doesn't mean I love the guy either. So, but you always say it was good. It was clever, dude. It was clever. I'll give you that, man. I'll give you that, Yolis. Volpe, I mean, it would be nice. I do think he'll hit his first home run. If he doesn't hit it tomorrow, I think he'll probably hit it in um, Baltimore, which is their next series. Nola got rocked. I mean, they all got rocked, Tyler. Nola got rocked. Wheeler got rocked. They all got rocked by the Rangers. So, um, pinch and purge mentality, Marlins and Dombrowski team. Yeah, I mean, Dombrowski's with the Phillies right now. That's what he does. He's ballsy, and if they wins a championship, he does, and then they go on, they gut it, and kind of rinse and repeat. So it's he's definitely underappreciated. That doesn't mean he doesn't make his share of mistakes because he does, right? D Rod, but fire Boone for what? Charles Barkley for what? Well, this is true too, Billy. Can't win if you don't score. You got that right. If we don't win the World Series in the next 2 years, I think probably depends on how close they get, right? And how healthy they are. So, in the next two, I mean, I'm really interested to see what they do with the deadline in the free agency. I really am interested. So we'll see what happens. I'm at 106 likes. All right, gang, you got it best. I love this crew, really do. Put it together. Well, just keep in mind, man. There's an afternoon game tomorrow. Who you don't see tonight, you'll probably see tomorrow. It's early season, okay, and you know, and I still do think they need to make a couple of moves, like moving Hicks, probably IKF, and to a bigger degree Torres if they can find a thing. But that's not a Boone job. That's a Cashman job. So um, the new left, yeah, it is, Tyler. It's a funky ass configuration of a wall. Lung is in the house. What's good, man? You had a dream Yankees win a World Series. Dominguez. I mean, that would be freaking nice, Christopher. Would be nice. Yeah, I mean, the Padres have to dethrone the Dodgers. I mean, they have to dethrone the Dodgers. No doubt about that. And I think it's too early to talk shit anyway. We do need Bader back. 100%, bro. D-Rod. That's a good one, dude. Yep. This is true, Billy. They started slow in 98. They started slow in 2009. Both were Cashman's teams. Why? Yeah, Barkley. I think they're gonna move. I think they need to move Hicks and IKF. Hicks first if they can. At least IKF is and not acting like a diva, and he owns up to his mistakes. So Texas, you're absolutely right. Texas Torres definitely upping his value. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I do think I mean, I do think at the end of the season with Donaldson likely gone, that opens up a roster spot. I definitely think you'll see Peraza before that. I think we should, but again, whenever you have an excess of position players like the Yankees do in the infield, and you have one that has a couple years of control, and somebody who could replace him with like 6 years of control, excuse me, it makes sense to consider moving the guy and trying to get an impact player back. So, and yeah, I mean, Joe, he is making a statement to stay with the Yankees. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to trade Torres or not. He's definitely tradable. He's increasing his trade value. So I think, the more he increases it, the better package they can get in return. So it has to be considered at the very least. Yeah, Sunny, I would agree. Maybe you can get a bunch of Tylenols and um, butt creams and everything else. the Does Hicks have any minor league? No, dude, no. That doesn't happen anymore. Hicks, he's on a long term contract. He's got 3 more years of control, on this contract, so there's no optioning him out. Yeah, yeah. I think we'll see IKF more than that though, more than once or twice a month. But a lot of people feel a certain way about IKF too. So if Torres plays, well, it depends on what you can get for him, D-Rod. But it has to be considered. If you can get a good amount, you got to consider it. Had Rodriguez. I mean, they did not that early, but I think part of a year or something like that. But again, his impact with the Yankees is a lot bit different than Hicks was. But I don't know if they're going to force Hicks into early retirement 3 years early, because I don't think he would retire if they released him. He'd be released and he'll sign with somebody as a free agent. He really would. What did he inherit, Roldy, from those guys? Aside from the core four, what did he inherit? And could the core four have won 98, 99, and in 2000 all without the moves that Cashman made is the question. People keep saying this, and they completely ignore Brocious, all the impact players, Clemens, freaking David Justice, like on that team alone, not David Justice, but the Brocious. You had El Duque, all Cashman moves, all Cashman moves. So, and if you go 99, I mean, he made so many moves. So, on that team, for that team. That's right, Lung. That's right. That's right. And that's the thing. Like I asked, and this is not only to you, Roldy. I ask a lot of folks tell me this, and then I ask them, and would they have won those championships without those moves? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Chile, also a Cashman. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's There's a couple of content creators that, and I'm not saying this is where Roldy got it from, but there's a couple of content creators who feed people this and completely ignore the moves that he made just because whether they hate Cashman so much or whatever it is, it is what it is. But I'd be willing to bet money they wouldn't have won a championship in '98 without the moves Cashman made. Exactly. Exactly. We might have to do a video on that. I think it'd be good. And we go over the videos that the players that he brought in the championship years. I think it'd be a good idea. So I think it'd be fun too. Get some insight from everybody else as well. But yeah, but Cashman guy, we have Brocious now, Block, 2K, Clements, I mean, and even more than that. Even more than that. So, well, that's the other thing too. We don't know what teams are offering Cashman. We have no idea. Cashman never tells anybody. So, that drives people nuts, Joel. And rightfully so. Want another chip against? Yeah, I would agree. Diamondbacks got lucky there. That was a lucky, good. It was a great World Series. Then that was 9/11 year too, and we were this close. We were this close. But congratulations to the Diamondbacks. It's all good. But all right, we'll do a video on it. We'll do a video on it. So I want to thank you all for coming. I'll wrap it up now. Yankees didn't win, but they play the Phillies tomorrow. Aaron Nola versus Garrett Cole, 1:05 p.m. We'll get to it. You'll get the lineup in the morning, and we'll talk about the game afterward. Hopefully, we get a money Garrett Cole tomorrow. But love you all. Peace and love to all of you. Sierra, Mike Musina, like A-Rod, CC. He drafted Judge, Matsui, Giambi, like a lot of folks. A lot of folks. So, I was just curious, Roldy. Yeah, I was there too, man. Like, Black Brocious. Yeah. Those are all Cashman. And they all had massive impacts in '98. So it's important, I think, in my opinion, to acknowledge it. But and this is not a right and wrong thing either. So it's a great discussion to have. So I'm glad you brought it up. So I'll do a video. Maybe I'll highlight his worst trades and worst signings and his best. So because he's had some clunkers, but he had some really good ones too. But have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all of you. Appreciate your support. I'll see y'all in the morning. Over now.